Well, good morning, people. Welcome to my channel. What I'll be discussing on my channel is uh, not your ordinary move to the Philippines. In fact, mine's taken about 25 years. Started back in '99. Oh boy. So, I'd been married for 13 years and got a divorce. My ex-wife got a divorce. First wife got a divorce in '98. Midlife crisis, all that good stuff, you know. Knew the girl in high school. Pretty good girl, pretty good marriage for the most part. And she just thought there might be something more to life than just the daily grind of paying bills, working on your house, keeping your property cleaned up. She got bored with our dates, the movie nights, the dinners out. I took her to the casino, whatever a guy can do to make his girl happy. And she just felt like she was more living with a best friend or a brother in the house instead of a husband and a lover. So, way it is. So anyway, rocking on, moving on down the road. So I got a divorce, and I'd been divorced over a year, about a year and a half. And I really wasn't looking. I was just trying to get me situated in life and get my stuff together and reinvent myself into something better. So I was helping out my cousin and his wife, a Filipino. Nice lady, I think. And they said, "Oh my goodness, we got a girl for you. She's sweet, she's young, she's beautiful, she's college educated, she's almost finished, one semester away." And I said, "No, I'm really not interested right now. I just want to get my life together and find me a new direction to go." But they talked to me and they convinced me to start messaging her. We didn't have smartphones back then. We had flip phones, or we had the little Nokia square phones that they had back in those days. And they were good for their time. Had Windows 98 on our computers and still some dial-up internet, but they were just beginning to get some better internet. So we messaged back and forth, and a few months down the road, we decided that I would go to the Philippines and we'd visit. We'd just get to know each other a little bit. Well, I fly into the Philippines, and she meets me at the airport, and this girl is 5 months pregnant. She is showing, because she's such a small woman. She's like 5 foot tall, 90 pounds. So obviously, it's going to show a lot quicker than with a big old American woman, me. But anyway, I'm really shocked and surprised, and she's sweet, but she's keeping her secrets. She ain't revealing too much to me. And unbeknownst to me, I wasn't just there to visit. Her family had planned a wedding with me involved. So, needless to say, I was kind of shocked. So, I didn't know the culture real good and everything going on there. I had bought a book called Culture Shock, the Philippines, and I knew a little bit about the culture, but not all the ins and outs. So the day before the wedding was planned, with me paying, of course, she said, "Well, I really don't want to get married. I don't love you. I don't know you," and all that. And I said, "Well, okay, we'll just treat it as a vacation. I'll be good with that." So the next morning, before we were to leave from her hometown to Cebu City and get married, she said, "Well, yeah, let's go ahead and get married." So we did. We had a good wedding. It was nice. A full dinner, probably 150 guests. The upper floor of the family restaurant over by the U.S. consulate at that time. And we never really got to consummate the wedding. Obviously, she's 5 months pregnant. I'm not the smallest of guys, so. But I left the Philippines and came back to the States, went back to work. I was sending money over through Western Union. I got paid over a couple of weeks, and I'd send about $300. And we're about $900 in 6 weeks later, and I couldn't get a hold of her in any way, shape, fashion, or form. So I got a hold of her aunt here, and we discussed it, and she called over, and a couple of days later she got me a telephone number that I could reach her by. Well, I looked at that phone number and I said, something's rotten in the state of Denmark. This ain't the same area code, city code, anything. It's all different. So I got on my little computer at home and looked it all up, different area codes and city codes in the Philippines, and lo and behold, I discovered she was in Manila. I said, well, hell, she lives in Cebu. What the hell's she doing in Manila? So after some careful investigation and a few questions, seemed like her boyfriend, whose family was originally from that town, but they had invested wisely. They had boarding houses in Manila. They lived in Manila. So 1 + 1 always equals 2, boys and girls. So I said, well, she's made her decision, and I'm happy for her. I'm good. So I hired a lawyer. I got our marriage annulled. We'd been married less than 6 months. And I'd already put in for her spousal visa because we were married, and that usually takes about a 2-year period of time. Well, I sent certified letters and a copy of the annulments to her family, the U.S. Embassy in Manila, and the INS here in the States. That got completely ignored by the U.S. government. And I'm rocking on living a good life. I'm working hard. I'm putting money back. I bought me a piece of property, put a mobile home on it, about 15, 20 minutes out of town, and was cleaning the property off and really enjoying it, having a lot of nature around me that was just inspiring. And I get a notice from the INS that the interview was scheduled and everything, and I try to get a hold of them and tell them, hey, we're not married anymore. I sent you all messages to cancel all this stuff. Well, they went ahead and issued her a visa. So she's on her way here, and I'm responsible for her for 10 years, whether I want to be or not, even though we're not married. She forgot to tell the interviewer at the embassy that we weren't married anymore. She gets over here and she immediately doesn't like the countryside. She's scared of everything. And there's a lot of stories I could tell you about the first 6 months she was here, all the culture shock she had. Well, she really wanted to stay at her aunt's house in town. And I said, well, either we're going to be married, husband and wife, and you're going to live here with me, or you're going to just poo-poo the whole thing and realizing that we're not married and you're here illegally. And eventually what happened was I sold the property to somebody I knew and got enough money. We moved into an apartment in town. Well, she's only been here a month, 3 months. This is right before 9/11. And she got a little bit sick, and we scheduled her doctor's appointment, and she had a UTI. But while she was getting ready to go, 9/11 happened on TV right in front of me. And watched the other half of it, the second building get knocked down at the doctor's office while I was waiting on her to come out. Well, she got all that cleared up, and a month later she didn't have a period, so here comes first baby. Well, first for me, second for her. The embassy, even though her son, she put my name on his birth certificate, knowing that our marriage was annulled already, she still put my name on there. And we saved up the money to apply for him to come. And we're working on that. So first baby's born. Kid's about a year old. She's going to go see her son in the Philippines, in Manila. He's with his grandparents on the dad's side. Well, I realized I might not have any legal rights if I weren't married to her. So we went and got married, and she takes off for her first trip back after being here about a year and a half. And we'll continue this later in my next videos. There are several people who have inspired me on YouTube to tell about their stories, how they're getting to the Philippines, their first interactions with Filipinos and Filipinas, and all that. And these three people I want to thank are YouTubers, and they all live in the Dumaguete area of Negros Occidental, South Negros. And first one's Paul, Old Dog New Tricks. Thank you, sir. You've inspired me. And Mike and Janet have inspired me. He's a little gruffy old feller, but he really wants people to be adult and responsible for their own actions. So I like his videos. But what I really like the most is the Filipina Pig. I've listened to her from the very beginning, been inspired by her life story, her evolution over the years of doing YouTube. And thanks, guys. Y'all really inspired me to start my channel back up. I originally had a channel because during COVID, my ex-wife decided I didn't need to see my kids for about 3.5 years. And that's another story altogether. But thank you for watching today. I hope you'll watch my channel, you'll subscribe to me, you'll like and you'll dislike as you see fit. And we'll go from there. But today, I'm just getting started again after a 3-year hiatus. And we hope you'll get interested in my little story here. I'm going to start in 1960 and work my way all the way to today. And in a year, I'll be moving to the Philippines. My youngest daughter, who will be 15, is starting school, high school, there in Cebu. And hope to be there to help her out all I can. And kick back and relax and enjoy my retirement and not worry about stuff. So thank you all for watching today, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.